your job should never, ever, ever cost you your health. I think, let me get you up a bit more. What a way to start a video, right? I think I have gone through, burnout and depression, and that really made me realize that no job is worth your health. And especially after having a chronic disease diagnosis, I've also just realized that once you get sick, whether it's mentally or physically, you're not able to do anything anymore. So even all the things you cared about, all the goals you had set, they just seem insignificant. There is no other words. There's just, when you go through burnout, and then if you experience depression, like that was my case, you don't care about anything. So all those goals you work so hard towards, everything you did so your colleagues will see you well, your manager will see you well, all those really artificial goals you set for yourself, because that's what they're artificial. I'm not saying they don't matter, they do. They are your goals, they're built from your desires, your needs, but they are still artificial. And once your health is impacted negatively by how you pursued those goals, or by your environment, your work environment, then you realize it doesn't really matter anymore. And that's kind of a reset that I wish a lot of people went through the reset without experiencing the pain. But I mean, we are humans, we tend to change when we experience extreme pain. Not before. I mean, that's what happened for me, even though I would have loved if things could have gone differently. But really, it's just not worth it, especially because when that happens, you're not able to do your job anymore. You're not able to live anymore the way you wanted to. It's just, yeah, it's just not worth it. And I think as well, it's worth in those moments remembering and trying to understand whether the goals you set for yourself are goals that you really want to achieve, that fulfill your deepest desires and needs, or if they're goals that were set by society. I think a lot of us now go through that at 25-year-olds, 30 years old, 40 years old. Whenever you go through it, sometimes it's younger, sometimes it's later, sometimes it's multiple times in life, where you start to wonder why you're chasing the goals you're chasing. And especially for overachievers, if you were like me, you wanted to be number one in your class, you wanted to have the best grades, you always wanted to be the best at everything, and you were for a long time. And then you experience inevitably what we all experience in one or more areas of your life. You're not the best anymore, no matter how you push. It just doesn't compute, it just doesn't work. And then you realize, why was I even chasing those goals? Were they mine, or was I chasing them for someone else? Was I chasing them because I was so happy to see my grandparents, my parents being proud of me for successfully getting into a business school, for getting a job, for the salary that I got at the end of the month and the number of zeros behind it? Or was I really doing this because those goals were close to my heart and were things I really wanted to experience and feel? Yeah, it's really important to have that conversation. And I think it's normal, when you're young, your goals aren't necessarily yours. You also follow and build them upon your parents, upon what school and the world tells you should desire and want and need and strive for. But there is a point where it's very important that you retake ownership of those goals, of your desire, of your life. Because, burnout is also when you strive towards something. It can also happen when you strive towards something that isn't actually aligned with what you want in life, what you truly want in life, who you are, and what you desire. I think it happens as well, you see it when people choose a career path because that's what their parents want, and then they realize at some point that they're miserable in that career path, and that no matter how satisfied and happy their parents are with them, no matter the paycheck they get at the end of the month, it's just not enough. is not enough. And I think so it's very important as well to understand and try to figure out why you want to do something specifically, why you want to reach a certain goal. And I think no matter what, being healthy should always be a number one priority. For mine, it became my number one priority after I got a diagnosis, after I was, I felt sick. That's when it became my number one priority, because basically I understood that it is the foundation. It is the foundation for everything else, because when you don't have your health, nothing else matters. Not the goals, not the yeah, not the job, not a happy or unhappy your colleagues, manager, clients are with you. The only thing that matters is getting your health back. And so I think no matter what, the foundation should be your health. And this is why I'm saying no job should cost you your health. Because if your health is the foundation, if it is the most important, if a job is costing you your health, you should be asking yourself why. Why is that? Is it because the environment is toxic? Is it because it's not actually aligned with my values, who I am? Is it because the core of the job, the tasks don't fulfill me, and no matter how much joy I try to infuse into them and how much fun and how much purpose, it's still not what I want to be doing in life and it's making me miserable? Is it because you feel a bigger calling or another calling and you're just not taking the leap to get there? Is it because taking the leap to get there seems so big? My partner shared with me today that you should dream big, and it wasn't from him, but I don't remember where he read it. You should always dream big, but make things happen in little steps. And this is really my vision for life. Like, I have those big dreams, and when I do my morning routine and when I visualize them and I connect through them daily, like, this is the moment I visualize them coming true. But then I get so much joy and happiness in the process and in what I'm doing daily and how I contribute, how I connect with others, how I grow through the little steps I do every day to get to those big goals. So I think it's very important to like have those goals and to be okay with them changing as well. I mean, like, you could love your job for so long and then at some point realize it's just not aligned with who you are anymore. But again, health needs to be the foundation. Taking care of yourself needs to be the foundation. And it will be so much easier to grow if you do this while loving yourself. If you accept and love yourself just the way you are right now, and everything else is a bonus. It will make growth so much easier, because I used to have to wait until I hated myself and was disgusted with my life before I made any type of changes. And let me tell you, like, that's not the way to go. I think it made it harder on myself. I think it had definitely an impact on my burnout or my mental health. So nurturing yourself will also be easier if you create a relationship with yourself where you love yourself and where you really nurture your relationship with yourself, because that's also health, right? That's your mental health right here. So again, like, when you are, and I wish you never ever ever have to experience this, but when you are in that hospital room and you don't know what's going to happen to you and you have doctors telling you it could be cancer, it could be a stroke, it could be, anything that is life-threatening, they don't know. For those 24 hours, nothing else matters. During those 24 hours, the only thing you tell yourself is, if I get out of this healthy, God, like, be my witness. If it goes well, if I'm healthy, or if at least it's not life-threatening, I am going to love myself, and I'm going to care for myself, for my body, for my mental health, the way it deserves to be taken care of. I am going to care for myself, for my inner child, as if I were my own child, And I'm also gonna show myself and my future children and everyone around me that by caring for yourself, by loving yourself first, by caring for yourself, managing your mental, physical health, this is how you then are able to show up and have impact and support others and contribute and grow and be fulfilled. It's really a virtuous circle. So I hope if you take one thing from this video is really to prioritize your mental and physical well-being as the foundation, and to realize that no job is worth your health. No job, truly. If your health is degrading due to your job, change it. Like, there are other places where you will fit. There are other places where the culture will fit your values, where your needs will be met. There are other jobs. If you can't change right away, find ways to create, joy in your daily life while working step by step towards changing completely and getting towards that goal of getting a new job and an entire new profession. Just, there are always solutions. I know sometimes it doesn't look like it, but there really are. So prioritize your health. It's always going to be here, mental, physical, and you'll see how it will really be an asset to your life, to your work life, and how your body and yourself overall will thank you, but also the people around you, because you'll be able to show up better, bigger, and to have a better and bigger impact on your job, just to enjoy your life generally. And yeah, others will also enjoy your life more by, the ripple effect. So I hope this was super useful. If you have any questions regarding health, what you can do to take a better care of yourself. Obviously, I'm not a nutritionist, I'm not a fitness coach, but I can definitely point you towards other resources and tell you things that have tried and worked for me. But if I can empower you through those videos to want to take better care of yourself, and I guess if my videos just do that one thing, then I've succeeded in my job here. So yeah, subscribe if you want to see more of these videos. If you want to come along this journey with me, we can support each other. And I'm so excited that you're here, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.